Hey, y'all. We're going to sit outside and have a little fun tonight. I'm going to shut my camera off, but I am sitting here outside. So, you guys want to drag somebody? Not really drag them. Y'all know I don't really drag somebody, but we're going to laugh. We're going to laugh hard. All right, y'all. Are you ready? Are you buckled into your seats? You got your helmets on? Your torches ready? You know, since blow torches seem to offend some sensitivities out here, I figured we would talk about it. I had debated whether I was going to give this any attention or not. And then I was like, hell, it's low hanging fruit. Hey, Music City Mom, Fiddle D, Laura, Mind of Monsters, Stephanie, Thor, Janison and Counting, Rondi, Bo, Scooter McBooters, Vic Claus, Bo, Shama, Trixie, Tammy's Clips. Tammy's got her fire. Hey, Marcy. Hey, Crazy Grandma. Miss Britt, Duchess, Revival, Josh B, Catherine, Tori, Daisy, Nana L, Touchgrass, Ava, Megan, Lurker, Tracy. What up, Christina? Kathy 4, Chris. Throw glitter on it. Kathy, we're going to talk about scorpions, but I'm not scorpion hunting with you guys. It's too light out still, but we're going to talk about it. Rapunzel. I know, Nana L, he was bummed out he couldn't go. Lurker, Sober Pug, Shopaholic, Tammy Lynn, Janice, No Eyes, Debbie, Kimberly, Darby C, Beefergs. I know, Christina, a lot. You might want to check out for a moment, Kathy 4. I'll give you a trigger warning, though, to look away. But it's pretty funny. Oh, yes, Rondi. Hey, Kimberly, that is such an easy pasta recipe. Super easy, super good. Very, very good recipe. All right, y'all. I wasn't going to do this, but we're going to do it because I want to laugh. Hey, Mel's Bells, because there is nothing this one says that offends me. Brittany, your mods, I'm sure you're in here. Buckle up, bitch, because you wanted my attention. Oh, first and foremost, some of you might not know, I got struck. Well, somebody attempted to strike me. Let me tell you about it right quick. Let me tell you about that right quick before we start. So, and I'll show you guys the screenshot right quick. Hold on. Again, I just took a shower, so don't mind me. We're just dealing with what we're dealing with. So you can see YouTube copyright. Okay, so I'm going to read you what it said. Hello. We received the copyright infringement notification below regarding your videos. We believe your content is protected by fair use, fair dealing, or a similar exception to copyright protection. We are writing to let you know we do not plan on removing your videos at this time. You have control over the availability of the videos on your channel, including the ability to delete them if you choose. Then it puts the link of the video. Please be advised, it is possible the copyright owner will approach you directly to request a removal or takedown action. This email is not intended as legal advice. If you are interested in more information regarding your options in this matter, you may wish to consult a qualified attorney. Please note the complainant's physical address and phone number have been redacted from the copyright infringement notification below. So then it goes the copyright infringement notification. Thank you for submitting a copyright takedown request. Your request will be reviewed to make sure it's valid and includes all required elements. In your request, you have asked that we remove the videos and prevent any copies from being uploaded in the future. We'll reply to this email when we've taken action on your request. To check the status of your takedown notification, go to the Removal Request tab in your YouTube Studios copyright page. From here, you can also turn off Prevent Copies feature. This is a feature that makes the best efforts to prevent copies of the videos you asked us to remove from being re-uploaded to YouTube. Keep in mind that this feature should only be selected if you have exclusive worldwide rights to the content specified in your takedown request. Here is the information that you gave us. Copyright owner, Terry Lynn, full legal name. Your title or job position. What is your authority to make this complaint? Owner, self. Then she gives her email address. Then it goes on to the URL. It says what that is. Describe the work allegedly infringed. Everybody clutch your pearls. Ready? Clutch your pearls. You want to hear what she's offended by? Describe the work allegedly infringed. My artwork. Title of the artwork. Terry Lynn photo registration. Nunner. It's Numner, just so you know. VA 2-270-127. The effective date of this certification of registration is 8/24/2021. I do not give permission for this to be used. Type of artwork, photo. Where does the content appear? Custom thumbnail. Country where copyright applies, US. I state under penalty of perjury that I am the owner or the agent authorized to act on behalf of the owner of an exclusive right that is allegedly infringed. I have a good faith belief that the use of my material in the manner complained of is not authorized by the copyright owner, its agent, or the law. This notification is accurate. I acknowledge that under Section 512F of the DMCA, any person who knowingly materially misrepresents that material or actively is infringing may be subject to liability for damages. I understand that the abuse of this tool will result in termination of my YouTube channel. Authorized signature, then she signed it. But what's even funnier is it goes on to say, hold on, there's a part in here. They sent their copy and they said, thank you for your removal request. We reviewed your request and need some more information from you before we can proceed. Please read the entire email carefully for a complete update of each video's status. Add video details action needed. And then it goes on to talk about what it is. But here's the funniest part. So she claims it's artwork. Title of artwork. Terry Lynn photo registration. I do not give permission for this to be used. Content found in custom thumbnail. Then she writes, I am sending you the certificate of my copywritten photo that's being used to bully and slander. I do not give permission for this nonsense channel to use I do not give permission for this nonsense channel to use and will follow through with court proceedings if she doesn't remove it immediately. My work is in the thumbnail. Ma'am, the thumbnail is a picture of you. A picture. Your YouTube photo. A photo of you. These 90-day people and their copyright stuff and their, oh my gosh, it's just too much. My work is in the thumbnail. Photograph, which is copywritten under the Copyright Office in accordance with Title 17 United States Codes. I have sent photos of my certificate of registration, VA 2-270-127, effective date 8/24/2021, registration date 10/16/2021. Author is Terry. Author created is photo. Material is photo. the completion publication year is 2019. First published is 11/5/2019. Ma'am, you published your face in 2019? That was the first time you ever have a photo taken of you? I bet OnlyFans would beg to differ on that. Pornhub, I mean, hey, you do you, boo. Whatever. But I bet you've been circulating around the web with pictures way before. I mean, is that when you paid for the boobs? It was 2019. You paid for them in 2019, and then you copyrighted your tits, because most of the time it's just your tits in the photo. No shade. Hey, nice girls. But is that what we're talking about here? As stated, if used without consent, cost is up to $75,000 per use. Bitch, your boobs didn't even cost that much. What are we talking about here? Respectfully, Terry Lynn. Anyways, YouTube said no. YouTube said, send me an email after all this back and forth with her. And they said, yeah, no. And in bold letters, we do not NOT capitalized in bold. Plan to remove your video at this time. Anyways, okay. Ta-da! So there we are. Right, Christina? Oh, Christina, you're going to love this shit. Just wait until you see what the next thing is. And if you guys are hearing wind, it's because we're outside. Why are we looking at boobs? I don't know. Nature rocks. I mean, hail. I would assume those fun bags are the copyrighted work. I don't know. Hey, this ain't Pornhub. This is YouTube. I mean, just an FYI, people. Calm down. It ain't that serious. If you don't want your face on the internet, don't put your face on the internet. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. And unfortunately, yes, she is going through stuff, of course, to shame other people. But let's get to the fun part. Let's get to the fun part that really offends her. If you are offended by fire and scorpions, you might want to turn away just for a moment. Okay, here we go.
Me, and I don't know how people can't, like.
Oh, by the way, this is all under fair use, allowed in the copyright. This is for commentary purposes, not educational. This is purely entertainment. Pure entertainment.
Look past that, like how they can't understand where I'm coming from. When I say that, it really, really nags my soul.
It nags our soul.
That
from the bottom of your heart.
He was hit with a belt. I mean, people really. And what gets...
Ma'am, stop getting hung up on how other people parent, because if you can't understand that you're going to disagree with people's parenting styles all across the board, and that's not up for you, you probably shouldn't be on the internet.
It's me, y'all, it's always the people.
It's always the people
who don't have a kid that's on the spectrum.
I suggest you probably understand and educate yourself a little bit, because most of us do, and don't try to, polarize the topic based on our parenting style or to shame other parents.
Or they don't have that experience. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy for them to say, I heard a creator say today, oh, well, beating a child, well, not beating, maybe I shouldn't use that word. Whooping a child with a belt or not with a belt. Spanking a child is a good thing. It there's nothing wrong with it. It corrects them. And
it says in the Bible, spare the rod, spoil the child. I mean, your Christian ass over here should know that, right? You read your Bible, Trage Evangelist. Praise Jesus. Amen. Hallelujah. Which parent can I trash tonight?
It teaches them right from wrong. Are you kidding me? Spanking a kid on the spectrum is going to get you nowhere.
Oh,
nowhere at all.
She's got to polarize this topic because it's really the only thing she has. Again, you're entitled to your own personal feelings about it. I'm so sick of them using this. It's just old at this point.
That child is going to, if anything.
I mean, in consideration of the current situation, Sebastian's still missing. So spanking him one time with a belt is kind of minor in the current situation, I would think. But, people like her get hung up on small little details.
Scream worse. Be more upset. I mean, seriously. Oh my Lord.
I do too, Kathy. I do too. I don't agree with it. I grew up with the generation I had belts, wooden spoons, switches, big wooden paddles. I had it all. I don't parent that way and I'm against that, but I'm not about to sit here and blame somebody for the disappearance of their child because of that incident. It's just the two don't correlate.
All right, give me just a second.
Oh, just wait. It gets even better. Just wait, y'all.
Look at this, guys. Because you know what we said, phony Tony baloney. Look, how hilarious is that? They put Tony on the Oscar Mayer. TikTok Tony baloney, full of it. Oh, TikTok Tony baloney, full of it. I do.
So she's Team Seth, right? But she's mocking Seth's PR guy. Make it make sense.
Oh, y'all didn't even get to see it. I thought I was damn sharing. My bad. Hold on. I do want to kind of go back through something I didn't get to finish last night. Hang on. Check this out.
Check this out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. TikTok.
We got 2 streams to talk about.
Hang on, guys. How the heck?
And Brittany, don't worry about taking them down. I have them both downloaded. Just an FYI.
Holy shit. Hold on, guys. This is hilarious what's happening right now. Hold on. Where is this?
Kelly, I did too. I do too. Just wait. This is hysterical.
Hang on, guys. Oh my God, this is absolutely rich. Do you hear me?
Oh,
so I'm talking to you guys about spanking Sebastian, right?
No. What? You weren't.
And then Nonsense is Live just starts playing out of nowhere. Could y'all hear that? Did y'all hear it?
I'm haunting you. Why are you watching me, you weirdo?
And she's talking about spanking, popping kids and spanking them. Did y'all hear that, or could you not hear it? Only I could hear it. It started playing in my background.
They're coming to take you away. Ha ha. You're hearing my voice all the time. Isn't that would be a fucking tragedy. That would be like, I'd get earplugs if I was hearing my voice all the time too. I mean,
is this serious? Like, is this, it's, oh my God, what are the odds that at that exact moment in her live, it starts playing in my background?
Oh, say it ain't so.
Wow. That's like, okay, let me show you guys. Hold on. This is
oh my God, Becky. Look at her fucking videos. They are so tragic.
Supernatural as hell. Hold on. Let me see how I can do this. Hold on. Bear with me. How did this? All right. Check this out.
Check this out.
Check this out.
Check it out.
This is crazy.
Whoa.
I didn't even have this pulled up.
Hold on.
This is nonsense. Maybe I had it pulled up from earlier, but
it's called divine intervention.
Look what part started playing. I guess this happens for a reason. Listen to this. This is my point.
She just pulled up out of
to me, that's early on. I learned this. I was shocked. I was shocked when I saw their interview.
Fair use,
because
by
Chris
the way.
Proudfoot was gleefully telling everybody that he hit Sebastian with a belt.
Bitch, I don't strike. I've never struck a single soul. You can stop your whiny little bitch thing and stop bitching and threatening to strike me. Just stop.
And that
gleefully
made my blood run cold, to be honest. It really did. And it truly troubled me.
Can you believe this?
That has been turned and twisted into, everybody has different parenting styles. Everybody has different lines of what they find acceptable. We're not going to debate that. A lot of us came from the generation that spare the rod, spoil the child. A lot of us came up through that. Some of you raised your kids like that and would never spank again. But this is blown out of proportion and has completely taken on a life of its own. Meanwhile, we still have a missing kid, and that was years ago.
Oh, damn.
And he clarifies that too. Sebastian was just recently diagnosed. Again, not making excuses, factually speaking. He was recently diagnosed with autism. This pop on the butt with a belt happened before, it sounds like, his autism diagnosis. So at that point in time, they had a teenager, a young child with behavioral health issues. behavior issues. I don't even know if they knew. Okay. Not making excuses, just factually speaking and saying what Chris has talked about because he clarifies.
Do you believe that this
heifer, moo? You want to know a funny story, BJ? You want to know a really funny fucking story on this? So, actually, I grew up on a dairy farm. My dad, like he had a job. He worked really hard. We used to go milk at 4 a.m. My dad had a cow. Get this. You're going to love this because you can use it later. He named that cow because my nickname is George, like Georgie Porgy Pudding Pie, kissed the boys and made them cry. That was always the thing. So my nickname has always been George. Anyways, he named one of the cows Georgina. Georgina had a baby. Her baby was named George. George had a baby. Her baby was named Rebecca. That happened for like 15 years. Cows were named after me. You ain't gonna fucking offend me, honey baby, child. I used to go out in the manure pits. I find this probably is gonna offend you a lot because manure equals the smell of money. If you know anything about farms, hard work, kind of thing. Anyways, when I was a kid, I used to take my milk boots off, which are muck boots for many of you, and I would go squish manure between my toes, like actual stand and shit. So I don't even just stand and shit on the internet, 10 toes down. I actually stood in shit as a kid. Yeah. I used to fall asleep in the chicken coop. I also have been around thoroughbred race horses my entire life. So dealing with you, slime balls, nothing compared to wild animals. Carry on. Probably the manure smells better too.
at all would give that same grace to Seth? And do you think, like, how can you say not making excuses? You was making excuses. How the freak is that not making excuses? What are the odds that this shit just started
I
playing?
wasn't making excuses. I was being factual. That's the funny thing. I don't have to make excuses. I don't know these people. Not one of them do I know. I have nothing good, bad, indifferent to say on any part. I'm just speaking facts.
Can you believe her? This is a part of the hypocrisy that Sarah and I were talking about earlier.
Oh, we're going to get to you and Sarah.
That I'm talking about, you guys. That come the freak on. Is that not infuriating? Is it not? Honey, I can hear your voice shaking. You know what you're saying.
No, you'll never hear my voice shake ever. If you do, it might just be a bad day, but it's definitely not because of the internet, and you definitely don't make my voice shake.
Saying isn't right, Becky. You know it's not right.
Did you just say Becky? Like you're scolding me like your mom? Ma'am. Come on. Like this little fucking act like you fucking popped out that you're this big Billy badass all of a sudden ain't working. But it's hysterical.
You need Jesus, honey.
Nope. I sure as fuck don't. Trust me. Trust and believe. This is why I can smell a fake bitch from a mile away. I've had holy water, rooms anointed with oil, the demons cast out of me. Me and my demons we're kosher. We're good. We have a working relationship here. They come in when I need them. They leave when I don't. All right. I don't need shit, especially when you tell me I need Jesus. Me and God, the man that I choose to believe in, my relationship with whoever and whatever I believe in is between me and him. I don't handle fake ass, phony ass fucking Christians like you. So sit the fuck down. You'll never stand behind a pulpit. Trust and believe.
He had a disability. And regardless if, I don't believe it was years ago. The CPS call was a couple months. What was it? Like a couple weeks?
And another funny thing she should probably know is that my family are evangelists. My aunt had 8 children. They were in a traveling evangelistic group. I was homeschooled through a Christian school. I probably spent more time in a church than this woman has ever even pretended to.
A week or so before Sebastian went missing, right, guys?
And that's why I'm so traumatized.
Oh, she's terrible.
Oh, horrible.
She's absolutely terrible.
Oh, say it ain't so.
100%, Addie. 100%.
Baboon.
He still had a disability. Yes, ma'am.
Did that bitch just call me a baboon? I've been called a heifer and a baboon so far.
Yes, Cassie,
Lovely.
he did.
Chap,
The way that they stand, Chris Proudfoot, is weird and cringe.
Chap, do you know how much your pictures mean to me every time you send one?
AF. Yes, it is. It is. Hey, Salty Fry. Good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
George, get it right, Revival. George, the horrible heifer. By the way, if any of you are religious, whatever you believe in, that is between you and whatever you choose to believe in. I have religious trauma, but what I say has no effect on any of you because your relationship with who you choose to pray to or not is between you and that person. It's not up for me. And if anything I say offends you and your belief system, that's between you and who you believe in because nothing I say impacts your relationship, period, point blank.
To hang out for a little while.
End of story.
Hey, I don't know how this started playing, but we're going to go with it. Let's see what else she's got to say.
Oh,
Now that Chris and Seth are working together,
it's just magic. She doesn't know how it started playing, but we're just going to go with it, right? Okay, friends.
And you can have your personal feelings on any of that. You're entitled to them.
We sure
and maybe
are.
you can't answer this. Is Seth able to just put that aside and talk and work with Chris and try to find Sebastian?
I think they are doing their best. I mean, there's water under the bridge. I mean, obviously, like I think they're doing their best. I'm not saying it's easy.
Right.
There's a lot of feelings.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
I can imagine, especially when you're the person you were contracted through, Seth, has been out here doing all sorts of stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of feelings. Every time they do have a conversation, it turns into content for
my
YouTube.
Lord.
So
Yeah, because Seth's bad, right? Hey, nonsense.
I didn't say Seth was bad. Did that just come out of my mouth? Nope, it didn't.
Why do you look like you smell poop every time?
Is that the only line she has? I've been called a heifer, a baboon, and it looks like I smell shit all the time. We have officially entered the elementary school playground, my friends.
Like, you know how people have
Get off my swing.
like resting bee face? You know, resting bitch face? Nonsense looks like she smells poop all the time. It's just her regular face. It is just like, are you mad, bro?
No, actually, I'm not mad at all. I have a wonderful life, a very blessed life, and I'm very thankful for that.
Like, who hurt you? Bruh, it's not that, like,
Girl, first of all, you couldn't unpack a moment of my trauma because, well, first of all, you would understand that there's real victims out here instead of self-proclaimed victim status givers on YouTube. Anyways, you don't have the education, the experience, the knowledge, the empathy, the understanding, the intellect to even understand a fraction of who's hurt me and the trauma that I've been through and why I stand so passionately where I stand and why I will always fight for victims and against fake ass, phony ass, trash evangelists like yourself. Carry on.
life is too short. And you're so mad.
Actually, farthest from it, but carry on.
Why are you so mad all the time?
I love people that can't understand passion between anger. If you don't have passion or something that really drives you that you feel passionately about, what an empty being you must be. What an empty, emotionless, monotone motherfucker it must be to live with you. Hey, you guys, what do you want for dinner today? Wait, it's 10 o'clock. Sorry, let me get off YouTube now.
She legit looks like she smells shit every day. And look, that ain't a dig at her
Not
looks.
even an insult.
Homegirl said that I was a jump scare. Okay? But
You
I'm
are.
still not taking a dig at her looks. That's
She ain't taking a dig at my looks, but she's called me a heifer. Somebody in her comment section called me a baboon, and she agreed. I look like I smell shit all the time. I have resting bitch face, but she's not taking a dig at my looks. Brittany, you are a jump scare. Again, where's the lie?
just saying. Your nostrils stay flared 24/7. Look.
No, bitch. It's just, I got a big nose. Okay. Here, let's look at it. It's called the dick nose. Dick nose, cock and balls. You know, according to Veda Jade, it's just called the dick nose. It's just the way my nose looks. It's probably the angle. I can't even fucking flare my nose properly. Anyways.
Look at this. Can I scroll in? She always
Scroll
looks
in.
mad. She looks like she smells straight up shit. Okay, I'm just being real. Why?
I can't.
What's she mad for? Sorry, y'all. And that, like I said, that's not a dig on her looks. She just looks like she smells shit. It's the face she's constant. It's like that's just the face she makes. Like, could you imagine waking up to that every day?
No, the first time I watched this, I about fell over laughing. What? Where do these insults come from? Like, this is horrible. Somebody send her a joke about wit and humor, please, because she can't even do this right.
Day, I wouldn't know whether to freaking apologize or take off running. Anyway, PJ, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, PJ. Guys, if you were gifted a membership,
And she claps her gifted memberships. Anyways, so when I first came onto YouTube, when they doxed me, they used to call me Mrs. Doubtfire. And I was like, oh my God, I love Robin Williams. That's a compliment. And that used to piss them off. I turned in all my avatars into Mrs. Doubtfire. I did the face alter thing to turn myself into Mrs. Doubtfire. We made a whole thing into it. It was a blast. And then it went to the Hulk. So I got turned into the Hulk in a bunch of different places. And then another dumbass that I looked like I had a dick nose, that my nose looked like a penis of some sort. I don't know how you could correlate a nose to a penis, but you know, some people have flaccid dreams, I guess. I have no clue. But they have tried everything. So now we can add Heffa. I'm sure I've been called way more things than that. Katie Joy might have been the worst. Anyways, they've said a lot, but this don't even rank in the insults that I've gotten. Oh, Melissa, I got you, girl. I got you. Hold on. Hold up. Just wait. And 2 more. I told y'all you ain't gonna bother me. This shit's a blast to me. Watch this one.
Baby, 'cause I'm a thug.
I have a whole playlist dedicated to this shit. Like, thank you for the low-hanging content that made it easy. Like, I didn't have to do a fucking ounce of research for this. Thank you, I guess I should say. Thank you for the Deflectionist for becoming a member. Did I miss somebody else? Kelly B, place to be. Thank you for becoming a member. Y'all, yo, what I walk into. She could just wait. It's great.
membership from PJ, please tell her thank you. You are amazing. You are awesome. PJ, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. That means so much. I appreciate your support. What's up, spiritual baddie?
I do too.
You are amazing. I love you, my PJ.
Oh, she loves you.
Speculation station. I'm sorry. I'll be the one to say it.
I'll be the one to say it. Oh, what are you saying?
I don't make me, that ain't me taking a dig on her looks. I'm saying something about the expression on her face.
Girl, I could care less what you say about my looks. You ain't feeding me, fucking me, or financing me. I could give 2 shits. My man, the handsome mofo right here that works his ass off, that cuts himself every day and comes home bleeding all over everything, but that's a whole other side story. Anyways, the guy that's got a job over here, I'm perfectly content. And he wakes up looking at this every morning. Just be thankful it's not you.
That never goes away. She's miserable, y'all. It was to inflict fear. Also to inflict fear when spraying him with a power sprayer, and Sebastian had a meltdown. Can you imagine what else has been done? Oh my God.
Oh my God. Anyways, ma'am, that's not accurate information. So you should have probably taken the opportunity to correct that and say that that was a fake neighbor that called in to your friend Brooks's show. That was all staged and not vetted at all. But the gentleman by the name of Mark W. According to Kathy, that's the same voice that she talked to on the phone. I can't confirm, but that's what's been said. And you can put the pieces together from there.
You know how like he
Still don't know.
Hey, Becky.
And I can't tell you still factually who Mark W is, what all that weird shit is. None of it. Because I ran from the hills from jump.
Did you not hear him laughing at Sebastian's dancing?
Oh my gosh, I laugh at my kids dancing all the time. They're goofy. They're teenagers. They're funny. That's the intent, is to get your parents to laugh. Have you ever lightened up and played with your children? Have you ever danced with your kids and seen how goofy it is and fun? And if you say, oh my gosh, you're a goof, and then you get goofy with them, how much joy you could have? Maybe you should try it sometime. Get out of that squeaky damn ass chair.
Mocking how he runs. If he's like that on a social media.
You know what's ironic, Brittany? My child that's on the spectrum, since I must not understand that either, even though, you couldn't walk a day in the shoes that I live in. And not to compare, because it's not about that. Everybody has their own struggles. But before you assume stupid shit, like, I don't understand kids with autism, maybe you should understand what I not only live with, but what I do in life. The reason my passion is so strong for what it's so strong for is because I don't talk about this shit. I live this. I've raised my nieces for 9 years because of drug addiction. I know what they've been dealt. And that's why I don't want anybody else, because of my own struggles, because of what I live in, because of what I advocate for in my normal life. I don't advocate on YouTube. I advocate in real life. And I've done it for 9 years. I don't just talk about this shit because it's fun to talk about. I live in this world. My amazing friends in the chat live in this world. That's why there's no gray area in this for us. Because we can't imagine walking a day in the shoes of these parents who are blatantly accused of the most heinous things with no proof. For people like you to call it's a fucking career.
Platform.
We aren't the same. Understand that.
Imagine the things this man would say to him privately. I don't have words. I really don't. I cannot even imagine. All of these people take up for him. I don't understand it. How can you defend somebody?
And while you call me egotistical, it's called educated and aware and involved.
Like this.
Oh, I'm going to grab this here really quickly. You mentioned something earlier today about bringing in Q, C-U-E. What is Q?
Sweet Dreams.
It is a missing persons like SAR organization that's kind of up there with EquiSearch. They can provide massive resources with ATVs, drones, dogs, foot search, boats, divers.
Mouse, I'm really sorry for your loss. I'm really sorry.
Which, we've brought in some of that, but not on the mass scale that we would like to.
But not on the mass scale like they'd like to. Pay attention.
So we are in the works of bringing them in because we have an incredible group of volunteers over probably a dozen of them have been with us for over a month.
Over a dozen of them have been with us for a month.
And they're there constantly. What do we need?
Me mocking Chloe.
Who do you think she's referencing?
To do? Where are we going? And there
couldn't be that RSO that they brought in.
They're doing their best, but that's not very many people in the grand scheme of like the acreage that needs to be covered, especially because the terrain is really hard.
Yeah, that terrain is ungodly. So you're hoping to bring them in.
Sending you all in the chat who advocate in your daily lives and fight for your children and other people, elderly people. You guys are amazing. And I am proud to stand beside each and every one of you. That's why the island exists. that's why I don't conform to a community. I came in here with a purpose. Never once has it wavered. I don't do this shit because it's a fucking job to me. I do it because it's a hobby and people deserve to be treated better. We have a court system even in the United States, and people are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law for a reason. The Innocence Project exists. We are letting out habitual offenders because our prison systems are overcrowded for stupid crimes when habitual offenders are being released that should never see the light of day because of overcrowding. There is so much need for transparency in our judicial system, and to come out here and take somebody's worst day of their life and use it for a career to profit off of with zero respect, zero understanding of the bigger picture. I've heard people say that they should just throw them in jail and make them talk. What the hell did we go back to? But then they're the first ones to cry, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. Oh, my rights. Oh, my rights. But they couldn't walk a day in these families' shoes. And there is such a need for transparency all across the board. For victims, there's a need for resources. There's a need for all of this. That's why my channel exists. Because there's so many disparities in our system that should not exist. But going and making a career out of blaming people for said crimes before a crime's even been committed is a problem.
What's the latest?
I believe we are finishing reports and giving them private property permissions that we've gained.
Mhm.
I don't have a timeline on when they'll come. Obviously, they don't just say, okay, we're coming. They plan
Right.
Before they get here. So, I mean, as soon as I have an update about that, I'll share it.
Okay. Jessica London wants to know, was it for sure Sebastian on the camera taking the trash out?
The sheriff's department says it is.
Mhm.
I know Seth has said that he can't 100% tell. So I guess I can't answer that.
Okay. Lorna Burrell wants to know, why does it say last seen on Monday, February 26th? Didn't KP say she last saw him Sunday at 9 p.m.? I don't know where it says last seen Monday the 26th. I don't know where that would be.
I've seen two different versions of the flyer
Mhm.
that's been released by law enforcement. I mean, I think they're assuming he was in the home at midnight
She doesn't want to play this part because she can't combat.
because that's when Katie went to bed.
Got it. Okay.
Because I just let them talk. I let you hear their own words. I'm not trying to manipulate you with emotional manipulation. I'm not trying to misrepresent what they're saying. I play their own words for a reason. This is how it's done, Brittany.
I want to clear this up. 865 Picker said, why would Seth work with Chris and Katie if he feels that they had something to do with it? Well, I don't think he is claiming that at the moment. He's putting all of that aside, correct?
Yeah. And I mean, you need to work with the person that last saw your child.
Right.
You know,
Looky here, truth teller. Let me tell you some fucking truth right quick. Let me give you a quick display here. Your whole demeanor of better than everyone else and the authority on how people can cover cases is a very off-putting. Work on your delivery. Okay, thanks. Truth teller, I'll keep my delivery the way it is. And if you don't fucking like it, get the fuck out. Go bother somebody else, because this is a missing child. Okay. And all of this bullshit that you guys go around and do, there is not enough time of the day to fucking sugarcoat the stupidity of shit like that. If you want a kind care delivery, I don't think I'm better than everybody. I have fucking common sense in the goddamn brain. You should try it. You should try it out sometime. When we have PIs out here that are using RSOs as volunteer searchers that work for the biologic father, we have fucking issues, truth teller.
And
The stupid woman.
I'm stupid.
This stupid woman, they weren't using him. They didn't even know.
Stupid woman. Really? Do you know the facts on that, Brittany? You don't. But continue to misrepresent it.
Do you see what I mean? Like, look at her. Could you imagine? She's miserable, y'all. She is. Do you know how many people email me or message me and say, I can't watch her. She makes me want to go through the phone. Like, she's like, how does anybody?
Do you want me to apologize for that? Because I'm not going to. They probably shouldn't be over here if they're too thin-skinned to handle normal conversations by grown-ass people. Because if they can't understand common discourse about victims deserving better, They probably aren't at the level that they can manage being over here.
Anybody like this woman? How do y'all like her? How does anybody like this chick? Look at her.
And again, that's not egotistical. That's factual, because the chat doesn't sugarcoat shit either, because I let adults be adults. I let adults have open discourse. I let adults speak their own experiences. I let adults behave how they want to, until they're just fence riding, flip flopping, play games in your face type of people. I got no use for that. Sorry. Not today, not tomorrow, not any day. I'm not a little kid that needs all of this inflation to my ego. I am very fulfilled in my daily life. I have an amazing partner, a beautiful family, crazy ass animals, incredible in-laws. Incredible in-laws. I have a beautiful home. And I can go to sleep every night not worrying about the next family that I have to exploit to pay the bills. Will never be the same.
Her. She is, look.
So you can continue to try to inflate my ego by saying that I'm better than everybody.
Inflate your ego. Honey, nobody needs to inflate your ego. You've
Beaverhausen, thank you for becoming a member.
done that enough on your own.
Kyle will tell you, I am the most humble person you'll ever meet. Yeah. No, I'm not. Not when it comes to this shit. Because I live it. I don't have to be humble about this. Because if I have to be loud and it get under your skin this much, I'm making an impression, and I'm making you think, and I'm making you realize that the victims deserve better, and people are questioning you and they're expecting more out of you because victims deserve better. So again, life has humbled me. No random stranger that's spinning their tires out on the internet is going to humble me, because I will continue to voice my concerns and push for victims to be heard. And if it gets under your skin, it's working.
Somehow, look.
Better than anybody.
Look. Why do you look like you smell shit? Why? Nobody needs to inflate your ego. This is nonsense, Melly.
You're exactly right. They don't need to inflate my ego. I don't depend on subs to inflate my ego. This isn't an inflated ego. This is called passion. This is called people deserve better. And it's really interesting that you're so upset that I demand better for everybody. Even you at times. I don't trash your family. But you do that daily to people at their worst moments. I've compared you to an EMT driver before. A volunteer EMT driver. Well, actually, no, because you think this is your career. So it's like calling 911 and the rescue team comes. And at your moment of weakness, in your darkest hour, that EMT stands over you and kicks you over and over and over again. And you called for help. You're that EMT. You said in that. I don't have to.
Welcome, Melly. This is nonsense. This is one of the people, this is one of the major ones who started all that crap about Trevor Lee. You guys remember Lab? Do you remember the Labs live last night? That about Trevor, Trevor having to defend himself. This chick right here is one of the main people.
You know what's really going to chap your ass when you find out Trevor Lee and I were in a chat together today. And we actually spoke in the comment section. Isn't that a shock and a half? Because while I am realistic and understand that two things can occur at the same time, you're stuck on stupid and miles behind. It's unbelievable.
Who is that's going against Trevor? She admits she does. Yeah, it looks like Kermit's wife. She literally admitted to harassing Trevor for the last damn week, telling him that he needed to tell the truth and put it out there.
Does he
that
look like
he
you better give him a ribbit.
Right, keep up the chatter. She admitted that she harassed that poor boy and told him he needed to own up to taking part in Nina's court hearing. She twisted the narrative that Trevor and Nina intentionally had the lab drop that audio.
I didn't twist nothing. Not one bit.
Of Chris Proudfoot, and that basically Trevor.
Christina, we miss you. The girls are out of school. We need to see you.
Tried to testify on Nina's behalf. That's not even how it happened. And she thinks she knows everything and she's better than everybody.
Nope, not at all. Not even remotely close. Nope. That's the furthest from the truth. I'd give my shirt off my back to anybody. I've been through some of the craziest shit you, again, couldn't process. And that's okay. I don't wish that on anybody. Some of the stuff that people have had to go through. I hope you never have to experience some of those things. And I'm sure you have experienced some of those things. It's not about whose story is worse. It's about lifting people up at their darkest time. And while you sit here and think I'm the cruelest person that walks humanity, you think I'm cruel because I want better for human beings. The irony of it all.
Look.
I just have more respect for victims and their families.
Oh, really?
Pretty simple.
Do you? Did she really just say she has more respect for victims? Look at that. Look at that. She has more. Let me tell y'all one more time. Let me tell y'all who.
That is a great pause, I will admit. That's a great thumbnail. Have at it.
This is. Her name is Nonsense. Becky, aka Becky.
I would take that shot.
Drop a 1 in chat if you remember the Dre and Von McCrae case. I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to make sure I drill this home.
Okay, drill.
You shouldn't have made me a target.
Oh.
You shouldn't have made me one of your examples. This lady has done.
I shouldn't have what? I didn't make you an example. That's where you are so lost in the sauce. You made yourself an example. You shouldn't have kicked a family at their worst moment. Again, we're not the same.
Multiple streams about me. Before she goes around telling everybody that I want attention, let me tell you something. Oh, yeah, Mel.
It had been a few days since, well, I had talked about her passively in comments, like throw her name in something and be like, oh, yeah, attention seeker, because she'd been talking shit on Clue and a few other people. But I hadn't like reviewed her in a few days. So this came out of kind of the left field. And I was actually really entertained by this.
Melly, she said that I'm a jump scare. I'm a jump scare. I'm not ashamed of it, of what I look like at all.
I didn't say you should be ashamed of it. Your avatar and the pictures of you do not match, Brittany. I'm not saying that to be mean. It's realistic. People in the comment section, and yes, I did laugh at it. I'm sorry. That's the petty side of me. I am human. I have a petty side. But somebody in the comments was genuinely asking, is that the actual you? Because you changed it to your real picture. And they were confused. Okay, ma'am, I'm not just out here making shit up. You are a jump scare when you see one from the other. You're beautiful in your own way. All right. Every woman is. Every man is. Ma'am, I don't like you. Okay. We're not going to be buddies. I'm not here to make relationships or friendships like we're in middle school. I have real people in my life. I have some amazing friends that I've met through YouTube. I wouldn't hang out with people like you because you miss the fucking common point and common sense to understand that victims deserve better. I surround myself with people who want better for their fellow human beings, that aren't so selfish that they call it a career to exploit people at their worst times. I don't associate with people like that in my real life. It ain't just about your looks, because your ugly insides, from the bottom of your heart, ooze out through every fucking pore. I don't have to call you all sorts of dirty names to drag your ass. I can just speak the facts. Again, we're not the same. Try to keep equalizing it in some way, shape, or form.
Nonsense. Not at all. Because here's the thing. Regardless if I'm attractive or not, I'm not ugly on the inside, honey. Okay? And at the end of the day,
Yeah, you are. Truly, you are. And you don't even have the self-awareness to sit back and realize you could do this just in a better way. with respect for victims. Instead of being defensive because somebody is pointing out things that you intentionally don't realize because it benefits you in your pocketbook, you could easily sit back, realize the error in your ways, and how you treat victims. I could care less how you treat me. Don't give two shits, because I'll stand here and take any hits off of victims any day, because they're going through their worst time. And people tend to rally around victims or bringing awareness to missing children. We've jumped so far ahead of what's even reality here. We've put the cart so far in front of the horses. It's unbelievable. These people have all been tarred and feathered at this point in time. We have a missing child. We don't even have a crime yet. They can't even go to own vigils for their son in their hometown because of internet shenanigans and misinformation. You people are trying to isolate them by spreading rumors and misinformation. We are supposed to be collectively coming together as a society to search and look for a little boy, a young man who's missing. And people are so caught up in the weeds of all of this misinformation and speculation that doesn't matter in the big picture right now. Law enforcement is doing their job.
That matters far more than anything that's on the outside. But with that being said, let me tell you who this lady is. If you remember the Dre and Von McCrae case,
I'm excited to hear her talk about this.
Woman, she donned Marvon McCrae's mother an egg donor.
Nope, that wasn't me. Dre herself called her that. That's what Dre referred to her as. I didn't.
Marvon McCrae's mother had him at an early age. She went through some problems when she was younger.
She went to prison.
And Marvon's grandmother,
great-grandmother,
raised him. That doesn't mean that she loves her child any less.
Never said it did.
That doesn't mean that he didn't love his child.
Never said that.
Or his mama, right?
They had major issues. You can go to listen to Marvon's own words. He talked about it in videos. Dre posted them. There was a channel dedicated to his own words. You don't have to take my word for any of this.
She dragged that woman for filth. I'm gonna shout it to the rooftops. Because this woman, you heard what she just...
You know what's ironic? Me and Letitia had communication. It wasn't derogatory in any way, shape, or form. It was posted. It's still posted publicly for anybody to see. It was uncomfortable because, unfortunately, he was exploited by the people that claimed to love him. I was still kind to her. I could have taken every shot I possibly wanted to. I didn't. I closed out the conversation with her with asking her if she had any positive memories she wanted to share with everybody about him, to try and redirect the conversation into a positive fashion. She didn't want to take that opportunity, and I didn't blame her. But I didn't do shit besides tell the truth on what so many people were doing in that unfortunate situation. They accused Dre of heinous things. And I was a part of the problem in the beginning because I didn't like her. We had a difference of lifestyle. I was caught up. I sat back. I've left every single thing up on my pages for transparency purposes. People wanted me to delete them. I said no, because this is what I thought. And this is how it all progressed. I'm not ashamed of that. That's why I can sit here and say it's easy to get caught up and be misled. Thank God I realized real fast. My father-in-law was in a coma. There was all sorts of stuff that I was emotionally charged off of. People make mistakes. That's why I give grace. I gave you grace for a long time. I haven't sat here and trashed you. I point out the facts of the misinformation you spread. I don't sit here and go low on you. I don't go real life on you. I'm not making threats. Well, you can make anything into a threat, so I won't go there because you've already tried that angle. You're missing the point over and over again, and it seems intentional at this point because it seems like the victimhood works for you. You're supposed to be highlighting a victim's story with respect and dignity to the victim. If you want to call yourself true crime, you can do that and still speculate. You can do that and still have decency and humanity. You can't even do that. People are doing the absolute most in these situations. There was a group that joined together that grew, I think it was upwards of 60,000 in a matter of days. The first initial group was exposing Dre McCray. And then it went to Justice for Marvon. The exposing group grew faster than the Justice for Marvon did. From strangers on the internet and what they assumed of this person because of stories that they heard that were told incorrectly or that people interpreted in whichever way, shape, or form. It was horrifying to watch. And you know what? This is a nightmare for Dre every day, I'm sure. I can't imagine living in those shoes. Well, we get to shut it off at night. These victims and their families don't. And you don't even take that into consideration.
Said she respects the victims and their families, right? Unless you're Marvin McCray's mom.
Try to inflate my ego by saying that I'm better than everybody. I am better than anybody. I just have.
And by the way, every single video I've ever done is up on my page. You can go back from when I came on this platform with a voice changer and anonymous. You can go through the entire progress of me learning how to make videos. I came to YouTube because I wanted to help correct the part of the problem I created. Suicide awareness is so important. Marine veterans and suicide awareness is the conversation that needs to be had. There's so many things that could be talked about in such positive ways to honor people and to give them dignity and to have these conversations. But people don't even attempt that. They sugarcoat their words so they don't get demonetized while telling people's most horrendous stories. They can't even have the respect to use the correct terms because they're worried about the money that gets put in their pocket. Think about that. They can't use the word rape because they'll get demonetized. They use sexual assault. They can't use murder because they're worried about getting demonetized. And they're trying to tell these stories.
More respect for victims and their families. Pretty simple.
So, like I was saying, she dragged Marvon's mom.
No, I didn't.
For filth. Donned him an egg donor. Donned her an egg donor.
Don't put things on me that aren't true. I don't appreciate that, and that's not true.
Trashed her.
I'm not fond of her. I'll never say I am.
While her son was in the hospital dying.
There is reasons why the truth hurts some people. Letitia made a lot of decisions throughout that time. And you know what the sad thing is? She was exploited for content just like Seth is being. She was exploited by people that claimed that they cared. Well, she got herself into fundraising situations, people asking where the money was going, just like they're doing with Seth. These big creators use these families and the vulnerable to prey on them. She made some really poor choices, just like Seth is. But that's another piece of the exploitation of the vulnerable situation that we have. It's just another added piece to it. It's really unfortunate, but it's true. As much as we don't like these people, that's been something I've really had to understand in this one. And that's why it's important for me to go back and listen to Seth's own words and watch how he's changed over time, because he came into this slinging some mud, yes, which I think is natural, because I think it's normal to blame people in a situation of this with some contention, divorces. We've been there. We know. I think it's easy. I think it's easy for us to say that none of us would do that, or we want them to stop. I think this is easy. The tension, the stress that they're under, unfortunately, as much as we don't want to see it, I think it's pretty common. We see this more often than not, and that makes an opportunity for YouTubers to exploit it, because they're exploiting somebody's pain and tragedy for content. It is what it is. You have to admit it. And it's really sad. It's really fucking sad.
You don't have the moral high ground.
I've never once claimed to have moral high ground at all. Y'all, like, I come off arrogant. I get that. Malicious intent. Thank you. Thank you for having empathy and a mind that works on its own. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. This isn't that hard, y'all. I am as flawed and as fucked up as every one of you. I just have a YouTube channel and I need to talk a lot, because it's something I can do that's tangible for me, that makes me feel like I have a voice, that I can help protect kids like my own. Protect people like my sister. Protect people like Amethyst and Chapped. And I can't protect them in the ways I wish I could, but I can protect their stories by letting them be the author of them, with having respect and dignity to allow them to tell their own stories instead of interject my opinions, feelings, and emotions into what I think their stories are. You tell them factually, whether it's pretty or not. You stick to the facts. You don't have to add all of these bullshit details to things that aren't true. It's not cool. It's just not.
Literally humiliated and dragged a woman whose son was in the hospital dying.
She humiliated herself, unfortunate as it is. She did that before I ever started. Dre put this on social media, and Letitia and her, and releasing of text messages, she made choices in this. Unfortunately, she made very poor choices, but the people that she surrounded herself encouraged those poor choices, just like they're doing with Seth. It's unfortunate, but true.
And you slandered her, and you just she did, y'all.
Not even remotely. You can go watch all of the videos. I didn't slander her. Trust and believe, if that would have been an opportunity for somebody to jump on to sue me, that would have happened.
Anybody can look this up. The Dre and Von McCrae case. She come after Marvon's mom, and Sarah's in chat. Sarah can vouch for this.
She can't even tell the story on her own. Her name's Letitia Bias. His biologic father's name is Marvon McCrae. Marvon Jackson, excuse me. I'm thinking Marvon Jackson. His stepmom's name is Wynette Jackson. You could at least know what you're talking about if you're going to talk about it.
That, and not only that, the hypocrisy. She supports Chris Proudfoot, but she has no grace at all for Seth. At all. So you can sit here and on your high horse and act like you're better than the rest of us, and that you have respect for these families, but I see through you. If y'all didn't watch my live earlier, please watch it.
Oh my gosh, Janice. I love that so much. Thank you. That just made me smile so much. I miss her so much. Every time, oh, look at this. Who does that remind you of? Yeah. Oh, she's the cutest thing ever. She said night night, Aunt Nonsense and Uncle Kyle. Cutest thing ever. Thank you for sending me that. She sent me a picture of her pups. Looks like Chloe.
Please watch it. I broke it down and I showed where. Oh, I know. Keep up the. That's what I'm saying. Look, she looks like she smells food
Thank you.
all the time. All the time.
I can see why she didn't make it in the drama arena, honestly. Like I couldn't do the back and forth insults and the low blows. I'll be honest. Like it just doesn't entertain me. And it's fun to watch sometimes other people do it. I that's not me. I get all like, was that supposed to be funny? I'm not fun in that arena. I'll be the first to say it. I'm just not. But I don't mind watching other people occasionally go at it. But I can see where she can't sling insults back and forth. Like she goes really immature, like really elementary school playground. Like you touched my freaking tether ball, whatever. You remember that ball that used to hang on those poles and we used to swing them at each other's heads as hard as we could? I know. We survived playground equipment with tether balls. Like if you lived, you lived.
Look,
You weren't invited here. I will continue to have the delivery that I have because I'm sorry, the victims and their families deserve better. And it's about time somebody says enough bullshit and says it flat out. Like, I don't know. How do I
see? Okay. Let me tell you how disgusting this girl is.
See? What are we supposed to see?
She uses the victims and their families as an excuse to go live every single day.
I don't go live every single day. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go live a couple times a day. Just whatever fits in my schedule. I work around my schedule, what fits in.
Every single day you go live.
And I talk about all sorts of shit. All sorts of people. All sorts of different angles of this.
I showed it. And she uses the victims and their families as an excuse to just poo-poo and trash everyone.
No, I don't. I don't use the victims and their... That is so weird to say. No, I don't.
How sick is that?
It's the weirdest
How
thing.
sick is that? You're using Sebastian.
How does she miss the point? I really am struggling to understand how she can miss the point.
And his family as an excuse to do drama. Girl.
I don't need an excuse to do drama. If I wanted to do drama, I'd come out here and talk shit about somebody. Like right now, that's what I'm doing. If I want to do drama, I'll do drama. I don't need an excuse. I'm a grown-ass adult. I can do whatever I want. It's so weird to me.
Do you not realize how horrible you are? That you're an awful person.
Brittany, this does not hurt my feelings. Do you understand that? Like, when is it going to get accomplished in your head? I don't care what you think of me. As awful as you want to say that sounds, there are so many people in the world. Your opinion of me means zilch. It does not hurt my feelings. Because I know it bothers you that I stand firmly with what I stand for.
You're an awful person.
here that are using RSOs as volunteer searchers that work for the biologic father. We have fucking issues, truth teller.
It is.
Oh, she's miserable.
So you can continue to try to inflate my ego by saying that I'm better than everybody.
Imagine living with this chick, y'all.
I just have more respect for victims and their families.
Oh my God.
What's it like living with me?
Better than I could imagine living with her.
Do you get cheesecake?
Yeah, weekly.
Do you get baked goodies all the time?
It's been a bit.
Oh, you brat.
It's been like 2 weeks.
It's been a week and a half. And you ate 4 cheesecakes in 2 weeks.
I don't give a shit. I'm
You
a
weren't-
growing boy.
No, you eat too much sugar. You're going to have the diabetes.
I burn it off.
No, sir. Well, yeah, that's true. But I feed you too good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's spoiled and the house is clean. He does help fold laundry. You know what the crazy thing is about us? We have a partnership. we actually have a blast together. It's not an act. That's my, like, when we get away, you guys would laugh at us. When we go away for a weekend and go like do an adult getaway, we're still in bed by 11 o'clock, but we have laughed for probably 3 hours up to that point.
When was the last time we've been awake?
Yeah,
till
true.
11 o'clock?
Probably 10
Out of your
o'clock.
mind.
But we are like little kids when we go to motocross and shit. We truly enjoy each other. He's like one good thing in my life that came in at the worst time of my life. Christina is here. She can tell you.
She left. We didn't say bye.
Oh, she left and we didn't say bye. People in my comment section know us in real life. That's the craziest thing to me.
She's got seniority on me though.
Yeah, she was there first. I'm not ashamed of who I am because the people I surround myself with know me. They expect this. They know I've always had a voice. That's why I connect with these people. I don't turn it on and off for YouTube content.
Thanks, Lane.
You guys get what you get because this is me. I'm too old and been through too much shit at this point to fake it for people on the internet that I'm never going to meet. Some of you, I hope to, of course, but 99% of them, I'm not. I'm not walking around to please other people. People deserve better. We keep fighting that our country's in shambles, meanwhile kicking people for a job. Like, where can you not open your eyes here?
Who hurt you? Who hurt this chick? Jesus. Oh my God. Who hurt? Why are you so mad?
I'm truly not.
She tears people down every chance she gets. That's all she does. That is literally.
You want to know what's also funny? So you get the side of me that says I tear people down every opportunity I get. There's people in this comment section that every morning when I wake up in the morning, they get a good morning, beautiful, good morning, lovely. I hope you have a wonderful day. Or at least I try most people once a week to connect with. I'm not good with messages. Everybody knows that. But the people in my circle, this is why I always feel like I let people down, because the people in my circle, I love dearly. They're important to me. Those relationships matter to me. That's why it's hard for me to develop all these parasocial, because I get really attached to my people. That's why my best friend's been my best friend for 30 years. Over 30 years, Jesus. And she's an incredible human being. I nurture my relationships because people matter to me. I'm not here to collect bodies and people. I'm here to attempt to get people to treat each other better so there can be more healthy relationships. And so people can include other people. Inclusion is needed. You should know that as a mom of a kid with disabilities. It's hard, man. And can you imagine somebody taking your worst moment with a special needs child and making it into this? You walk in some of those shoes on a daily basis. You should get this. It shouldn't be this hard.
Literally all she does. Oh, she's good and mad. I'm telling y'all, it's bad. It is bad. Every time you say that, I can't stop laughing. I almost fell off my bed. What? She looks like she smells poo-poo? She does.
Fucking revival. Kyle just read me your message. She'll run with that shit.
I know she's married, but hey, one monkey don't stop no show. Lee, you think she's cute? I mean,
is she upset about that? I don't even know what that was.
People act like it's their place. Sometimes we need to observe our surroundings. Well, here's what. This is why I'm shining a light on it, because this person is causing problems left and right. Y'all,
they're all comparing who gets what now. The comment section, you asses. Christina's like, I don't even get a response back for 2 weeks as my text messages are blowing up right now. You guys, it's so funny because I am the worst at messages and I really try, but it's really a struggle. So they have every right to mock me. They really do.
I don't know what she said. It's her grift, Sassy. Yes, it is her grift. How did she not see that? She has no, you want to know what her content is? You want to know what her content is? Her content is going live every single day,
Aw.
and talking over
She had a big day. It was the last day of school.
one of our lives and dragging the shit out of everybody and putting them down, putting everybody down. I have never heard of her until hearing you talking about her, and I clearly haven't been missing anything.
Another one.
Oh, honey. Here's the problem. There are people that are over there that actively support her, that like her.
Pretty simple.
You know how many people have been here with me from day one? It's honestly really impressive. I was thinking about that today. It's amazing to see the faces that have been here from jump. That's not because of me. And that's truthful. That's because they found common interests in the comment section. They find something that they connect with. They themselves have been a victim at one point in time or
They
been
like
taken
me.
advantage of. Some of them like Kyle and his dinghy. We're just a community of like-minded people. That's it. You can be the most flawed individual, but we just have humanity for each other and want to see judicial processes change because it needs to. We want to see people as a whole treated better, not, convicting people of crimes when there's not even a crime yet.
Again, you weren't invited here. I will continue to have the delivery that I have because I'm sorry, the victims and their families deserve better. And it's about time somebody says enough bullshit and says it flat out. Like, I don't know. How do you want me to deliver this? Well, today, friends, we have this PI working for the biologic father who is associated with an RSO missing, a child missing. Oh, wait, did I say an RSO? Yeah. Yeah. I don't sugarcoat.
You're so freaking stupid.
I can't even take this seriously. Like, is this supposed to offend me?
Here's the thing. She doesn't even, oh my God, I can't believe people take this chick serious. This is like the first time I've really, really sat and listened to what she really.
As she shows her watch history when she goes to find another video, just wait and see all the videos she's actually watched.
Really, like this, oh my God. Is this not deceitful BS, Joe Butter?
Brittany,
Lee?
stop. Just stop. This is so embarrassing.
She's the devil.
Shit for your feelings or anybody else's. Don't have time for that shit. You want fucking coddled like a baby? Go somewhere that's going to appease your fucking sensitivities because this ain't gonna.
Kyle's face on that one. What were you thinking there, babe? He was thinking, yep.
She's just fucking.
You should have seen his face on that one. He just went, like, what is this? Wait.
Gonna be the place.
He went on Peter Hyatt and it was great. I don't know if anybody watched it. Peter Hyatt is wonderful.
Yes, yeah.
Katie holds the key out of everybody.
She does.
She does.
With devil
So
tattooed on my hip.
you have to.
Go get on the fucking 1-800 hotline. Becky hurt my feelings today. I'm sure they'll send a ambulance for you.
I mean,
She's so proud. Like oh my God.
We appreciate
I can't with her. Becky. Your name is it's very fitting that your name is Becky.
Patricia, that she goes, just wait, she goes into us. Why did she, who hurt you named Becky? Why do you got a problem with that name? And it's actually
You have to
Rebecca.
try to work with them, and
Yeah.
she holds all the information.
It's not going to do Seth any good to get out there.
Not all the information, but
Well,
she holds the most information.
And if Seth got out there and started saying horrible things about him, it's not going to help.
Y'all want to know the funniest thing? Actually, this has been clipped before, and it's hysterical because it was used in the terms of she thinks she's a badass because of this tattoo. I have an ambigram on my hip. You might want to Google that, Brittany. It's AMBIGRAM. That's how you spell it. So when you Google it, you'll understand it. When you look at the tattoo one way, it says saint. And if you flip it upside down, it says sinner. I have devil horns tattooed on my hip and a halo and that ambigram. I don't think I'm a badass because of it. I have a religious trauma from up the wazoo. It was my fuck you dad tattoo. And somebody else clipped me one time saying she thinks she's a badass with that tattoo. No, it was one of those like, yep, been there, done that. I'm old, man. I don't think I'm a badass at all. I can barely get out of bed in the morning.
Help find Sebastian, and he's right.
That's
And it's
true, Robert.
great that he's stepping back, that they're both stepping back to work toward finding Sebastian. Need some Z's wants to know, and I don't know if you know the answer to this. Have the Proudfoots agreed to have the K9 search their house again?
Oh, Janice, you and those damn. Thank you. It's clear someone is jealous. Save BJ's chair. BJ's chair deserves better. Hashtag BJ cost me too much money. Thank you. Oh, this is ridiculous, y'all.
If you aren't just a ray of fucking sunshine, you got your 5 minutes, okay? You did. You got your 5 minutes of fucking discussion. You should go pat yourself on the back. Maybe you can send Brittany J a $20 super chat and tell her you called the cops on me because I hurt your feelings.
Look, this
That happened. If anybody's new here, that happened. Samantha Joy, it's the thumbnail of one of my pictures. Somebody said that they called the cops on me and a couple of people in my chat for hate speech. The chat's still up. You can go watch it if you really want to see it. It's actually pretty hysterical. That gave some of us a few days of content because that was funny shit. That really was. So I guess we should be saying thank you, Samantha Joy, for being so ridiculous.
see that's the see that shit. This live wasn't even about me, and that's what this girl does. She's always got to bring my name up. I mean, are you serious, Becky? Are you kidding me? Becky, are you?
I can't figure out what name she's comfortable calling me. Contessa. When she says that, it doesn't have a punch. When she says Becky, that doesn't have a punch either. Like, nonsense doesn't seem to work either. You're really uncomfortable saying my name. It's really not that hard. Just pick one. You can call me George.
You bothered? Honey, you're not even talking about. Yeah, sassy. There's a difference.
No, I'm not bothered at all. Not in the slightest. Lanky, thank you so much. Scorpion recipe, butter and garlic.
There's a difference. Trust me.
Thank you.
You have the good Becky, and then you have this Becky. You have the decent Becky, and then you have bullshit Becky. And this right here is what we call bullshit Becky. Okay?
She puts so much emphasis on it, like she's so intent. She's so mad. Bullshit, Becky. Like, you don't even sound worked up. You're not even faking this well.
Bullshit Becky
What?
is miserable.
Come on.
And she's always got to bring my name up. Let's go count the lives. Let's go see.
Oh, here we go. Watch
Because
this.
she says, Brittany J wants attention. Brittany J didn't even know who you were, Becky,
Becky.
until a month or two ago when somebody told me that you were going live about me constantly.
Look at this shit. This is
You chose to
hysterical.
make me your example.
I did. I chose that. I absolutely did.
Look at this. Look at this chick's grift. I'll share it again.
Look at all the red lines.
Let's go
All
down.
of my videos were watched.
All right, let me show you. Let's show what she got.
Why are you doing that to yourself, girl?
Okay, you can see her turning.
Don't
point.
watch me, remember?
You could see the moment she was starstruck when she finally got a little bit of attention.
Girl, you know I watch you because I download you because you play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, I don't make no secret about it.
158 views 2 months ago.
I do my content. I unfortunately watch it. Obviously, everybody knows that. If I don't watch you, I have no problem telling you. But I've never said I don't watch you.
686 views, 199.
Sometimes it's a great fucking laugh, but sometimes I'm just not there either. There's so many people to watch. So many. So I might catch you like one night out of the week. And then I hear all the details because people don't like you. It's just the truth.
230. Okay. She was trying like hell.
No, I wasn't.
222. Still trying. 190.
No, go back. Go back. I moved. I slowed down my content. I switched it up. I talk about cults. I talk about emotional manipulation. Nothing on my channel has changed. Just the content here and there. People do enjoy other creators being talked about and this type of stuff because it's actively going on and we can watch it in real time. there is a pull to watching people talk about correcting the misinformation. It is what it is. The numbers go up and down, but that's not why I'm here. If anybody knows me, they know that I couldn't tell you the shit about analytics or anything of that nature. I don't care. I do the very basics, get in and get out. I get so much reward out of this for having the conversations with y'all. That is the biggest payoff of all of this, because it gives me hope and humanity for my kids. Really, you guys being present for these conversations is so important, and it means so much to me. I could care if there's 10 people in the room, and nothing against all of you. It's just these conversations are important to me, whether it's with one person or on here. I don't just talk about having these conversations. We actively have these conversations.
A whopping 198. Would you look at here? First live she did.
Oh my God, you guys. Terry Dean, thank you for the gifted memberships. Sparrow, thank you for the gifted memberships. KNS, thank you for the gifted memberships. Y'all are too kind. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all. I know sometimes I come off very abrasive. I'm not going to lie about that. I never have. It's my personality. In person, I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet. And that's truthful. Like, I've never met a stranger. I have the gift of gab, as my dad used to say. I was a bartender for years because I can talk anybody's ear off about things I really am interested in. I love education. I love to learn. I love to be immersed in things that I don't know much about. That's why it's became such a huge part of my life to advocate for my girls. Because it really takes some understanding and patience for so many things. Addiction is hard. It's a disease. I took my sister to rehab at 19. Again, I don't talk about these things because they don't matter to me. But I can separate my emotion and my trauma from other people's too. And I can understand that we live in a world where multiple things can exist at once. And there's oftentimes reasons for the way people act. And it might be things like mental health, addiction, other things. Sometimes there's no excuse for it. But the reality is sometimes right under our nose too.
1.6K exploitation. She decided, I got to cover the people that actually get numbers. I got to do something.
No, nobody has ever came on here and heard me talk about numbers. Nobody has. Anybody that genuinely knows me knows that that's not something. We sit in a room with 8 people sometimes and have the best damn conversations. When I genuinely say I like a small crowd because I get to interact and know you guys, but I genuinely do. And it's not that I'm not appreciative of the big numbers. It's just not why I'm here. I want to see things change. And yes, that takes power in numbers. It takes the conversation spreading. So I'm so appreciative of everybody being here. Even if you don't like me, you're here, you're listening, and that matters. But it's not about, this is a hobby to me, not a job. There's a difference. And I think that's probably why we see it so starkly different.
I'm starving over here. 353. And then she goes from 353 views to 1.6K. She saw stars.
Some of those 353 views, no, go back in my old content. I used to get all sorts of weird views. Like, my content is consistently around the same numbers. I'm sure there's some ebbs and flows, like in the time that we moved and all. Like, yeah, I totally switched up what I was doing for a little bit. We were moving. We took you guys on a road trip. It was crazy. Wild part of my life. I didn't hide anything from you guys. It was just, we were trying to get stability for my kids. It came over content on YouTube. I'm sorry. My real life will always take precedence over YouTube for me. And you depend on it as a career. I think that's why we see some stark difference here. And I'm not shaming that. I don't mind YouTubers making money if you do it in an ethical way, and there's so much potential to do it in an ethical way.
So she does a part 2, 1.6K again. Oh, this is working for her. So then homegirl does it again. And look, 4th live stream, there she starts showing me. Let's see the introduction, shall we?
Go for it.
Look,
Hey y'all,
Oh,
happy Thursday.
fourth stream. She finally got 1,000 views. She don't even know how to feel about her damn self. This girl's used to having 5 in chat. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
My mods are amazing. I am so thankful for my mods. Some of my mods have been here from jump. Some of them came over here from Facebook. Some of us learned together on this whole YouTube app. Like, I have some people in here that have been here from, and not even just my mods, like other people that have been here with us all along.
30, 60, 100 in chat? Oh my. Let me curl
Oh my God, she's so stuck on things that don't matter.
my hair and go on panel.
We're gonna
Let me
Oh, I curl my hair occasionally. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go outside.
let me
Okay,
put
right
some
quick.
eyelashes on.
No, I wear eyelashes all the time.
We got some new characters that I've never talked about to discuss tonight. This
I found some new characters because I didn't have nothing to talk about on my channel.
No.
But I found some new characters that gets me some numbers. And guess what? I'm doing it for the victims and their families.
God, she doesn't even imitate me well.
You're going to talk about everybody that don't have, that all of us creators get money, right? Right? Okay. But let's leave out the part that Homegirl's channel is monetized.
My channel is monetized, obviously.
And she's getting money on these views. And she's getting
Yeah, I wasn't monetized for quite some time on this app, a long time, and I could have almost from jump, but I didn't.
money on the
And I don't shade you for being monetized. Just do it ethically.
revenue. And she's got memberships and super chats all in her channel.
I don't care.
This is your grift, Becky.
It'll be 2 years in July. I'll have had my YouTube channel 2 years in July.
won't be a super long one. I'm gonna
This is the 4th live she did where she finally started getting 1,000 subs.
No,
Let's introduce our new character, shall we?
kind of try to keep it a little bit condensed.
1,000 subs, ma'am. Oh my God. I had 5,000 subs for quite some time, and I just hung out there.
Because, well,
Again, I'm not thankful for the growth because the conversation is spreading. Other people are interested in it. I'm here for it. But that's just, ugh.
there's a lot to get through. And
She's stuck on the wrong things.
there's a lot that could be said about these people. And thankfully, people are saying it. So let's get going.
So Becky
Based on my
realized
opinion of the
that she got my little hate group. She got little people that left my channel, little people that are obsessed with bashing me constantly. And
I can't see him.
if there's any channels bashing me or any people in chat bashing me, get rid of them, block them, or let me know and I will.
Here, give me that. Come with the volume.
Right, speculation station. Well, she didn't know how to feel.
My damn daughter is in here watching me right now. She's in her bedroom. Hold on. She wants to show you guys something right quick. She's in here listening to me on here. Say hi. Say hi, friends. Say hi, friends. No. It's past my bedtime, little brat. Okay, there's your whiskey interruption.
Toys running around.
He's all over now, y'all. No slowing him down. Oh, I laid down on the bed to lay down and barely could get up. Anyways. Okay, come on, animals. Now they've all followed me in here. Hold on. I got to get the zoo back outside. 1, 2. Come on. Come on. You got to get out of the doorway. In or out. All of that. And then you have to get everybody back in their positions because half of them follow me and the other half stay here. So ridiculous. My household's a zoo.
Sarculus, I'm over this shit.
Come on, buddy. She's really mad.
Look at this.
shit that they put out here on the public interwebs. So if you can't handle it, sorry, not the place for you. If you are a defender of these people, well, sorry again, not sorry. I have a tendency of offending people, so this might bring in some new faces trying to simp for these people. Sit down, shut the fuck up, and hold your horses, because I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I don't pussyfoot around. I don't care. This is some disgusting, vile behavior, and you're going to see it.
Yeah, Riley didn't have water in his lungs, and He had on no pants. No.
Okay, so she starts off talking about Riley Strain.
Okay. Thank you so much. And
You're lucky I didn't
membership
strike
promotion?
your ass.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about
welcome to the Green.
tips.
I want to address the community real quick.
Mm.
This is going to be quite short and simple. All Sparkleberry Shine says
She was threatening to strike me.
10 plus 5. I love you.
Okay, hold on. We're going to fast forward because I could really care less, but I want to show you guys this. Watch this. I'm going to show you guys this. Kyle's going to react with me to this because this is hysterical. Watch what happens here.
So then she does a little Upchurch after that. An Upchurch live. Doesn't quite hit the same gravitas. She gets 1.8 on the one she did about me.
Oh my gosh.
And then she does Upchurch. Then she does one on The Chaos Continues. She gets 1.4.
She's so bothered.
You got
She don't know how to feel. Let me introduce myself. Let me introduce myself to you guys. Hey.
Oh my gosh, I was laughing my ass off in that too.
Hi, guys.
Watch.
Oh, you see, I love that though. People are like, those things
Let
are
me brag about my
freaky,
pool.
though. I've done so much research on scorpions.
No, I don't ever break. My house is a common house in Arizona, Brittany. I'm not bragging about my pool. It is a very common, normal feature in Arizona homes. Oh God.
You knew how grateful we were to live in the
Oh.
house that we're in.
Yeah, if you even understood,
If you
like,
understood what I went through the past 5 years to try to make this happen.
yeah, Kyle busts his ass. Like,
And learn so much about them. The way they carry their babies on the back.
Yeah, she's talking about these scorpions. This bitch is so narcissistic. She's got videos where she's freaking lighting them up.
it's narcissistic to light scorpions on fire. Did you hear that? I'm a narcissist because I light scorpions. My God, open a fucking dictionary, read a fucking book, educate. Oh God, this is embarrassing.
Using a blowtorch to fry them. You weirdo.
Doohickey, thank you so much. Cry, BJ.
You would get off to some shit like that. Blowtorching scorpions for fun. Weirdo.
I would get off on it. Who even says something like, wow.
Let's see.
What is wrong with the? You want me to pause it?
If y'all like this
Okay.
chick, I'm sorry. I don't get it.
Like,
Okay.
how the hell did you get under her skin so
I
deep?
don't know, man.
Like,
Somebody tell me what the appeal is.
I wonder how many restraining orders she's had. Like, that's pretty creepy.
That is extreme.
You've done like a lot of hours, and she's watched all of it.
A lot of them, yeah.
That's pretty wild.
And she's worried about her scorpions.
There's no way that I could ever
Female-ish.
be friends with someone like this. She is evil as all get.
Ma'am, the
Give us-
offer isn't there.
Give us a PO box number. I'll send them all to you.
The offer to be like, that's never been the point of this. Again, no shade if that's what you're here for at all. It's just not my purpose here.
Get out.
I have some amazing friends on here too. I really do. I'm so blessed in that department. My chat is amazing, y'all. I'm surrounded by people who I'm really proud to
God,
stand
hell
beside.
No, Ava.
There's so many of you that I consider friends, and that I know that you're the type of people in the drop of a hat you show up for. Like, there's some really good human beings amongst this crowd. Really good humans.
Absolutely evil as shit. I don't know how anybody could like her. Yeah, she's got oh yeah, let me show you. Oh yeah, she did. Let's go to her shorts.
Look at
Freaking
this.
weirdo.
Watch this. This is how much she's
Look at this.
invested.
Who does this kind of shit? Look at that.
Me.
Trigger warning, arachnophobia. Look. Hold on, let me how do I turn the music down on this?
She doesn't want to.
Shit.
play
I'm trying to get a
sounds.
well look. Look at this. Look at that shit. She's blowtorching a damn. She blowtorched the damn. Do you see that?
She can't play it fully because she doesn't want to lose her or she doesn't want to be demonetized. She's playing my short, throwing a fit, but doesn't want to play it because she doesn't. Want to lose her money. Oh my God, Brittany. You can mute it afterwards. It's an edit feature. Oh, wow.
Who does that?
That was a great video.
That was a great video.
And that song choice was me, by the way.
For why would
No,
you
it
do like
Was too.
He always gets options.
that's like I get it. Some people probably look at it like it's a insect or whatever.
It is an insect.
It's a fucking alien, is what it is.
But who the fuck
It's called a bark scorpion. They're actually poisonous.
does that? Would you just sit there and blowtorch a creature for what?
Yes, because that's how you eradicate them. They sting, and I have autoimmune, medically complex children. We have a pool. They attract to water. They like our walking area. We've had them on beach towels.
They're everywhere here.
It's just part of living here. We spray for pests, and it clears up their food source, but they can live in water up to like 365 days. The babies are the most potent with the venomous spider because they can't control their venom. And so people get really sick. I have fur babies. That's how sometimes they come in the house, is attaching to a dog's fur. They aren't like, if you really want to sleep with them in your house, I mean, shit, I'll mail them to you if you really want to. But I'm going to continue to protect my family. And you can keep thinking it's weird. You can tell you've never gotten out of your little bubble.
And use it, yeah, right? I could not, like, that's cruel and unusual.
And you want to know what's even crazier? Kyle's operating the camera. I'm the one eradicating. Last year, I used a machete and a hammer.
It's not because I'm scared.
And in one of the videos, you can hear Kyle scream.
It was not. That was the dog part.
No, but it was all him. I'm the one behind that blowtorch, getting right up there. I also have used my foot.
I don't like spiders or scorpions, so
I'm
I'm here for moral support though, and videography.
I handle pest control. Kyle's handles rodent eradication.
Yeah, they remind me
Mice
of
and
hamsters.
rats.
I love playing with mice.
We have
Well,
a partnership. It works well.
Not really.
Like,
Hey, Gary.
you literally are taking a black light and going out there blowtorching scorpions. But then you're going to talk on your live about how
Yes, it's really cool because they glow in the dark. They blend into the landscape during the day because they're this really weird, almost clear brown. They're really creepy. But they blend into the landscape because it's a desert scape. Again, if you've ever been out of your bubble, you would know that. But they also blend into the brick wall, which is really trippy.
Yep.
And they can be all sorts of varying sizes. You should actually Google them. It's called the bark scorpion. I used to tell when we moved here last year, I would get on here and we would talk about scorpions and all of the weird shit I was learning about them. There's some really interesting facts that I had never known. But I don't want to be friends with them either.
cool they are because they carry their babies on their back.
Good night, Chop.
I think so, April. What the fudge?
What the fuck?
Like, literally, just sit there and blowtorch your scorpions.
Nope.
Scorpion season has begun. And look, fire.
How old is this?
I guess that's what they do. You just take a black light and go out and
Hi.
How old?
blowtorch scorpions the whole damn day.
No, Jen.
That's
yeah.
weird as hell.
All right.
I don't. Is that a thing for you guys
Brilliance of a teenager.
over and on? I mean, is that normal to blowtorch
Yes, it is.
creatures?
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, hey,
It's
there you go, y'all. I can't another second of her. If you go,
I'll use spray foam if I can't reach them with a blowtorch or if it's by the house. None of what you see is by our house. It's all the fence line around our house. We have brick fences. It's not the house. So all these people are like, way to light your fire. That's not how it is. It's a brick fence. Plus it's rocks. There might be a leaf or something that catches up with it for 2 seconds and then it's out. in 2 seconds. I always stomp it out, everything. Like, I grew up on a farm. I've hunted, fished my entire fucking life. My daughter was a bass pro, a juniors bass club champion. You may think I look girly because of the lashes and the nails. But girl, I grew up on a farm. And guess what's even crazier? I can bait my own hook and clean my own fish.
You actually are a little bit better at fishing than I am.
I'm way better at fishing than Kyle is.
No, it's
way
it's,
better.
I mean, it's
He hates admitting that.
it's about the same.
No, it's not. With the kiddie pools, maybe. That's actually some fun too. We've done that. We've gone fishing with the kiddie pools with the little kids. Some of those bite like a bitch, and that rod will bend. Kyle and I are nerds. We used to go to the dirt track all the time and watch the races. Like, we love normal, like, love rodeos.
Motocross.
Yeah. I grew up in freaking Montana.
Weird ass hotels in Wyoming.
We can make anything fun, truthfully. That's why it's fun. Like, scorpion hunting became a thing and it was fun. It's not like this twisted, weird shit you're making it out to be.
Go to my live
We laugh our asses off when we do it because Kyle oftentimes squeals.
that I did before this one. Audra, she does. She does.
We used to butcher 200 chickens every summer, and I used to get paid a penny a potato bug when I'd go to my dad's. My stepmom had a farm too that we raised chickens on. I was the best gizzard cleaner you'll ever meet.
And it wasn't a squeal. It was a war cry to the other scorpions.
To run because I was coming.
Yes.
Kyle's out here sabotaging me, talking to the scorpions. Run! She's got the fire again.
I mean, I can't with her or any of these people. And these are the people that are fastly coming up in the community, and they're causing so many problems.
So many problems. It's such a problem with people speaking about reality of life.
That you can't grift anymore.
It's such a fucking problem that people actually talk about the reality of what's happening to these victims and their families. Their stories deserve to be heard, and they deserve to tell them.
So many problems. What do you do? Oh, Millie and Esther, you guys are awesome. Tell me she doesn't have kids. I don't know if she has kids of her own, Pink Warrior, but I think she has, like, she's raising a couple of kids from her family. I don't know. Fuck, I don't watch her enough and care enough. Unlike her.
Obviously, that's not the truth. And it's really stupid that you have to do that. Like, I even know you have a couple of kids. Like, obviously, I've reviewed you some. You know that. You've reviewed me. You've watched what I talk about. It's just stupid to play that. I don't talk about your family in a derogatory fashion at all. Never have, because I don't know much. I'll make a couple jabs and try to point out the fact that you don't want people talking about your family. Meanwhile, that's what you do and call it a job.
Good night, Laura.
Good night, Laura. It's what it is. But you don't need to play all this weird stuff. Of course, I have a grown daughter. She's almost 22 years old. Y'all know her. She comes on here. Everybody knows. Kenzie is my beautiful daughter. But I have 2 other daughters that don't get shown on camera because they're minors. I protect them to the best of my ability. But I also don't hide them from the world either. My girls are amazing. And I am so blessed to have all 3 of them.
You know she's in here watching right now. I wish you would just comment.
Yeah, she's chicken shit. She won't do that. Kenzie is an incredible human being. She makes me a better person every day. Sometimes a really grouchy person, but most times a better person. That kid has been through more in her life than anybody should ever have to. All my girls have. They're incredible human beings. We scheduled Kenzie's surgery yesterday. She's going to have her jaw and sinuses fixed. I'm scared shitless because last time that was a horrifying thing. Some of you remember when she got her jaw. She had just had that jaw surgery.
Thanks, Kay.
Absolutely insane. But anywho, we'll talk about that later. But I like this whole weird thing, like I don't know.
And unlike the people that she keeps near and dear, I don't look up their regular real life. Good night, Sarah. I don't care about their real life. I don't care.
Kay, I miss you. Kay says George and Kyle keep speaking out. You have support because you speak for many of us. I appreciate you so much, Kay. Uh-oh, did somebody get timed out? We're almost done, y'all. I'm gonna let her bitch one more time.
Care that much. Oh yeah, speculation. She's horrible. She freaking just sits there and blowtorches them. Evil, mean as hell.
Evil, mean as hell because I eradicate scorpions that are poisonous. Okay.
We asked them to leave and they fucking don't.
They don't listen. They're kind of like you. They miss the point. They think that this is their territory and they're in the wrong arena.
I would never watch that kind of creator. No way. I don't watch any of the people who talk bad about you. Oh, Audra, I love you. Thank you. Oh, she's mean.
And this like coddling thing that her subs do is really odd. It's a lot of parasocial relationship stuff. People do it to me too. I get it.
Stop it.
And some people, I can't do anything wrong in their eyes. And there's other people that are like reality, you know, and I get that. Like people, we don't ask for any, well, some people do. But some of you guys will tell me I'm being an asshole. Some of you won't. And it's okay, like every which way. But people really genuinely coddle her. And it's really odd. It just really is. But it's not just her. It happens in other people's chats of people I like too. So it kind of insulates her from having to realize the reality until it's too late. What happens oftentimes is people all turn over time because it gets exhausting covering for shit like this. It gets exhausting having somebody intentionally miss the point and just not even attempt to do better. When people finally wake up and see it, you can't unsee it.
I didn't know she really like went in on me about when I got upset about Sebastian, but hey, I'm a human. That just proof that I have real feelings and emotions. I'm sorry you don't get that. I'm sorry you're a mindless drone, Becky, who just wants to sit there and trash people every day.
Mindless is one thing I'm not. That's probably definitely one thing I'm not. Sometimes I wish I could shut my mind off. Truly, it runs nonstop. It is hard to shut my brain off. I am on the go. Go, 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 go.
I'm sorry that's who you are. It's not something I could do, but it is a thing. Is all. Yeah, that's better. I don't. That's awful.
You're getting a dip. Yeah, mindless isn't what
she is disgusting.
Usually I'm called. Oh, now I'm disgusting.
And here's the thing: she's actively defending. I am too, Bear. So here's what I want to ask you guys: what do y'all want to?
I'm actively defending what?
What do y'all want to? Do y'all want me to continue my deep dive into Micah Miller, because there's some more info that
what am I defending?
Has dropped. There's actually more documents that have dropped. It almost sounded like artificial intelligence to me.
Oh God, she goes into trashing Katie.
Hello.
Yeah, no.
On her hand.
I'm done. That's it. That's all. I've pushed back and you're welcome. And you welcome time. Yes. Yeah, I do. A lot of you guys push back on me and it's amazing. I love it when y'all, that's the people around me can tell you. Like some of them do push back on me and some of them tell me I'm wrong or they'll get mad. Like this is normal adult conversations. Like we don't get mad at each other. They're healthy conversations because it's usually over our lines aren't strong enough for victims ourselves. Like it's amazing. I don't know. I'm so lucky to have the group of people that I surround myself with. Truly. I say that over and over again. I really am. I'm very lucky. My best friend of 30 years is a therapist. Like I surround myself with good people. And I'm so fortunate. My in-laws, I have the best fucking in-laws you could ever imagine. I adore them to the end of the world. My oldest daughter, my littles, they're all amazing. I have a wonderful, beautiful life. And that truly, like, I'm not saying that to rub it in her face or discredit anything. I'm not angry, mean, like this. The perception that people try to portray me as sometimes is so hysterical to me. I'm like your PTA mom. It's pretty stupid, but I don't do PTA because I don't have enough time.
And you curse too much.
And I cuss way too much. My members got to see a video that one of my littles made for me on Mother's Day. And it's the sweetest thing. And it's, you can just tell. I didn't know what she was doing. She did that behind my back with help from Kyle and Kenzie. Kenzie used to write journal letters to me when she was growing up on all the holidays and tell me how much I mattered to her. My kids are incredible because they've been through shit, a lot of it. And they've been in therapy since they were 6. Well, Kenzie has. So have the littles. We are flawed human beings just like everybody else. I'm just an asshole with a YouTube channel. But I will continue to say that victims deserve better. If I can take hits for victims' families and get your attention on me versus them for a few days, it's worth it. I don't get myself involved with families of the victims for a reason. Because I'm not here for just one family. I'm here for all victims to have better. And that just doesn't sit with one family. Of course, I support the truth and people having patience and stuff, but and especially in these active cases, but all victims deserve better, and it should be across the board. I feel sometimes like that I wish I could advocate for more victims, or I would have been around to help more people like Brandy Neal. I wish somebody would have spoke out. And I know some people did and some people still do, but God, they were done bad too. It's just sad. It's really sad. And people just continue to do it. It's not when is the next victim. It's who is the next victim. Unfortunately, we know it's coming. Hey, Mopar.
South Florida, I couldn't even imagine the videos you would have if we lived in South Florida. The insects, the bugs that I found when I was down there, have never even been discovered, I'm sure. I mean, there's shit that I've never seen before.
Yeah. Yep, that's exactly right, Kathy. We can't save the world, but we can try a little piece. We each can do our part. We all can do a little bit better. Every single one of us can do better. That includes me. Lord bless it. That is one thing I've never said, is that I am perfect or put on this perception that I am perfect on here. I definitely do not. And if people think that, you haven't watched me. Or if you've watched me, you haven't listened and heard what I said. I'm not just here speaking out my ass.
Bye, Smiles.
This is life to me.
Oh, see, I couldn't do pest control in Australia. No fucking way.
Oh, that'd be crikey scary.
the
I can't do an
the
Australian
spiders
accent.
down
Don't
there.
try that.
Ooh, rude.
Oh, I would love to see.
Those spiders are no.
Patricia. Oh my gosh. I should rename one of my tiers that on my memberships. I really should. We should have a scorpion support group. I'm going to rename one of my tiers to the scorpion support group. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm redoing it. And I'm going to make you guys try to make a scorpion emoji or whatever those things are called that you use for the stickers. I'm going to do it. Thank you for the marketing tip. I could have merch that has no nonsense with the scorpion behind it and a blowtorch. We didn't start the fire. We didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. I guess this could be our fire, huh? There we go. Are you really, Veruca? Oh, God, they are something else, and it's breeding season, mating season, or whatever it's called. And so they come out in droves right now, and they have like 25 to 35 babies. Oh, Pascal got wrecked. That's a fucking funny account. What is that? Oh, good night, Lanky.
Good night, Nikki.
Heatherlicious. Oh, wait, did I miss shit from you? Or is that what you're talking about? If I missed, hold on. Oz, I missed yours. Oz, I'm sorry. You're level-headed, honest, intelligent, open-minded, and above all, fair, Miss Becky. People like you and are hard to come by in this shithole. I'm so sorry I missed that, Oz. Thank you so much. Y'all are too much. Janice in accounting. I missed yours too. Jesus, I missed a lot of these. We had a very lengthy conversation the other day about SEO, and yeah. Yeah, that's true, Janice. Yeah, because I was like, what is that? Doohickey, thank you again. Kay, thank you again. Janice, thank you again. Thank you all. KNS, Sparrow, Terry Dean, Lanky, Malicious Intent, Beaverhausen, the Deflectionist, Kelly B. Thank you all for becoming members on the super chats and everything. I appreciate you all. What up, skink ass? Hey, Sheila. I see you now. Hey, Crazy Bunch. Oh, yes. Crazy Bunch, I'm really sorry that happened. I don't understand why people can't. It's not hard to not be an asshole. Like he could have said all sorts of things, right? The opportunity, you want to take shots at me, take shots at me. You don't have to offend an entire group of people to take shots at me. Like inclusion is necessary. Allow people to be who they want to be. Like it's so stupid to me, but people just won't take the time to do better. They think, oh, well, fuck it. It's not bothering me. And it's, well, right. But it might bother somebody else. Like when you actively want to do better, you can do better. And I get really sick of people on panels too. And I'll be honest, sometimes I get really fed up. And this doesn't go a blanket statement for anybody in particular. It's just something I notice about some of these people that host these call-in shows and the panels, especially doing these cases. People call in and say the wildest shit, the absolute wildest shit. Hey, skink ass.
I think we should do another call-in show.
Yeah, we got to do that. But people really get out of character. Like they call in and get out of character. They come on panel and say things that they just shouldn't. And it's hard not to hold a creator accountable for that because you have the delete button. You have the, I'm really sorry. I do not stand for that. I will not allow that on my show. Click it off. Like we all have that power. And sometimes shit happens and you don't have any control over it, but your reaction to it says a lot to me. And a lot of these people allow it and then they brush it off and act like, oh, well, I didn't say that. It's no big deal. You didn't say it, but you allowed it. And when you allow it, you're condoning it. So you're allowing people up there to say things that you're actually thinking or would say. You just don't want to be caught saying them. And that gets really old after a while, hearing people make excuses for it. Well, I can't control other people. No, you can't. But you sure as hell can react better to it. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, see, I'm going to butcher your name. I'm going to call you C. Because that is, yeah, I will not even be able to attempt to pronounce that.
Yeah, what?
Yes, thank us, we do. That was a lot of fun that night, actually. That was so much fun. Okay, Mal. You were great, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Tomboy. Hey, everybody coming in that's been here. Hey, Brat. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Sorry, I get really serious when I drag. Like, I can't do a proper dragging. I'll be fucking honest. This is why I'm not good at drama. Because I can't do like a cuss you out, talk about your mom. I can't do that shit. Like, it just doesn't work for me. It would sound so like, I have a really dry sense of humor. I get along with people in the UK really well because most of the time, in my experience, now this isn't a blanket statement either, a lot of people in the UK that I have had the pleasure of being around have very dry sense of humor and they get me, which is really refreshing. Like a lot of that's just my experience though. So, but then some don't. Some absolutely hate me too. So there's that. I just thought of the one person that absolutely, I don't even know where she's from. I don't, oh, she hates me. She is venomous. And I'm like, wow, why? Like, whoo, a proper dragging. Right, Lori Facts. I just can't do it. I can't do like the stupid shit. I can't do the coming out here slinging mud, doxing people or anything. I just can't. All right, Patricia, see, you get my humor. I think most of the time. Dry rub, raw dog and dry humor. It's all good. Oogie Boogie. The Grand Heathen. Gosh, Oogie Boogie. What's that from?
I have no idea.
I can't remember what show that's from. I can picture it in my head, but all right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. We're an hour past our bedtime, but the girls are out of school now. We're all gonna have the hardest time. None of us sleep in. None of us do. We're all early birds. We're all early to bed, early to rise. It's just a thing. Like our internal clocks go off between 5 and 6 every day, usually. And sometimes I want to force, it's hard to force yourself to go back to sleep. But we fall asleep like old. We always say we're really old.
You do
Just
not
like our
sleep.
grandparents.
You do not sleep that much.
I don't sleep that much now. No,
You try.
Yeah, I get up and down a lot. Thank you, Lori. Hey, Lavina. Yeah, thank you for all the gifted memberships,
You're
y'all.
funny, Janice.
You are too, Janice. You are funny. Good night, you heifer. Maybe I should turn myself into Hugh Heifer
Good night, Revival.
instead of Hugh Hefner, Hugh Heifer. That's maybe what I'll turn myself into. No, never mind. He was a girl. Never mind. No, I don't want. Nope. Backtrack. Forget that. I never want to be Hugh anything. Maybe Hugh Grant. Oh, buy more Mopar. Go stir up some shit. Go get in some trouble. Bullshit heifer. I know. Ambien and Mallory says good night. Good night, Matt. Mal. Good night, Bo. Good night, Terry. Good night, y'all. Good night, Duchess. Good night, Janice and the deflectionist.
If I was coordinated enough, yeah, sure.
Deflectionist, he can't jump.
Yeah,
If we're being honest, he really is. He's vertically challenged.
Unless I'm on a dirt bike.
He likes things that go fast, though. He just can't jump. Yeah. He would be like, what just broke?
Yeah. I need suspension.
Good night, Sammy. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Duchess, thank you for letting us know. You're all, Chris and Katie are over on Queen Bees doing an interview if you'd like to watch it. I'm glad that they found some places that they feel comfortable going. I always, everybody will dissect it for the next week and a half, and it is what it is, but hopefully they don't twist their words. Ugh. Good night, Kathy. Good night, y'all. Good night, C, Veruca, everybody else, Trey.
Good night, everybody.
Kathy ain't got no time for BS. That Michelle, Angel, Joe, Anderson. Okay, good night.